so hard to say goodbye. No, just joking. Hey guys, Linda Antwi here, joined by the lovely Sana
Hey
Moore.
y'all. Hey y'all.
Welcome to 90 Day, the Melanated Way. We are talking all things 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, the season finale. What were your overall thoughts, Sana, about the season finale? Did it wow you?
Yes, we went out with a bang. I enjoyed this episode. I think it was on the same drama level of the family Chantel. So that means it was a great episode. What about you?
I liked it. I thought that they closed some stories. I felt like they left some cliffhangers. I did think it was a little less like pizzazz than I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be a few more fireworks, but overall they closed it out. I do want to give some shout outs though. Tessa, Jaleesa, Linda, Lydia, Crystal, Amanda, Rodella. Hey, Rodella in the live chat. What up, you guys? We appreciate you guys being our day oneers. And I can't believe that this is the season finale of season 2.
I think it had some fireworks, but I can't wait to talk about the parts that, girl, were explosive.
Let's start. So I'm going to let you start because I have a lot of feelings about Jenny and Sumit. But I'm going to let you start. What were your overall thoughts on what happened with Jenny and Sumit?
Oh my goodness. Excuse me, everybody. I'm a little jet lagged. But baby, Jenny didn't come to play. Okay. Jenny showed her ass out. She showed that she can get an attitude quick and that my girl can be cold-hearted. She was sitting there the entire time. That Sumit's parents are just, oh my God, throwing themselves. The mom said, I'm gonna die if you marry Jenny. I'm like, girl, I know you was not about to commit suicide right here. Like, girl, what? She reminds me, side note, if you guys love watching Smothered, you guys would love watching Mama's Boy. And Sumit's mom reminds me just of the guy on there. His name is Tariq, and she reminds me of him. They're literally on the same level. She said the same thing. I think Jenny, when she said that, Jenny was like, wow. This is Jenny. Wow. That's just very sad. I said, Jenny is Miss Sunshine Jenny? She's showing out. She's showing out. I was just surprised at Jenny this whole entire time. What about Shakib? Lydia, you watch it. You watch the show and you know what I'm talking about. Shakib. That's exactly who his mom is just like. Because she said the same thing.
First, I want to give some shout outs to some of the new people. Hey, Selwonk, welcome back. And Tenny Love, welcome. You're new. I see you in the live chat. Let's show them some love, our regulars. Okay, so this is what I think. So first of all, when Jenny said that she's not going to be the cause of this and it was a whole drama show, well, first of all, Jenny, you're part of the drama show. I thought that the mom came with the big guns. Like, she was not messing around. She was like saying and doing whatever she's going to need to do in order to get her son back. And what I thought was super ridiculous was the fact that Jenny was sitting there like she left the room. She was getting hot. Meanwhile, you got an AC unit, a huge one behind you, but you need your little fan. I don't,
Yes, because girl,
I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but like turn the AC on a little bit and like.
Things are getting heated, Linda. You got to understand.
I understand they were getting heated, but she didn't know what the hell they were saying. All she could do was see Mama's face, and Mama's facial expressions were on point. Like, if she was not happy, you're going to know about it. If she was disgusted, you're going to know about it. So I thought that part was interesting. So when Mama said that she was going to go ahead and commit suicide if he married Jenny, I was like, oh, no, she didn't. She didn't just go all the way there. And then we find out that this is not the first time that she's mentioned suicide. So like, what kid is gonna like sit there and be okay with their parent saying something like that and then go against the wishes? He's never. Now that's the first side. The second side is the fact that he never translated to Jenny that the mom said, A, she's going to commit suicide. He just said, oh, my parents will die. And 2, he didn't translate the fact that he agreed that he will never marry Jenny. This is the 50-50 compromise, was like, hey, I'm going to stay with her, but I will never marry her. Y'all think that's okay after 8 years? 8 years? Oh, come on. Jenny needs to pack her bags up. Jenny needs to come on back to the United States. She needs to cut her losses, because I don't feel bad at this point. You've been with this dude for 8 years, and every year you have a brand new reason not to get married. First, it's your visa has expired. Then you find out, homie, oh no, let me even take it back. First, you find out it's a catfish. Then your visa expired. Then he's already married. Then his parents said no. Then he doesn't have a job. Like, y'all, it's too much already. 8 years, and you get a little promise ring, and it's not even a promise. It's not even a promise to get married. It's a promise that I'll stay committed to you. Stop it. Stop playing.
But see, like, here's my thing. I really do feel bad for them.
Why?
I just know that Sumit was so that okay, here's the thing. When it comes to the age, when it comes to the age, yes, people can have their views on it. But I do feel that deep down inside, I truly do feel that Sumit really loves Jenny. I don't think he's using her for shit. I mean, of course, we all know they want to be on TV and they want to get an Emmy. But, like, I don't...
Okay. So the live chat is calling you all the way out. So now why? So now stop it. Jenny is crazy and delusional for staying and settling. Agreed.
I'm not saying that she should just stay there. You know, I don't think that, because I said before, I think that, you know, Jenny needs to pack it up. But my thing is, like, I understand that he really does love her. Like, no matter what, whether they marry or be like long-term girlfriend, boyfriend, like forever, we cannot deny that he does love her.
Okay, so I'm going to deny it.
You don't think he loves her?
I don't think he loves her in that way. I don't think he loves her in the way that, hey, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Because if he did, he would have married her a long time ago. He would have gone ahead and went to that courthouse with no objections and said, that's my boo. But he's never, look at me right now. Never, ever gonna go against his parents. Not ever. And when they were having their little picnic, and he was giving that promise ring, he looked so relieved. And he didn't say, oh, I'm doing this because I love her so much. He said, I'm doing this because she's wanted this for so long. She's wanted something in this relationship. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to make her happy. Because guess what? If she stays with her little pension check, because remember, he ain't got no job, Sana. He ain't got no job. So he's happy that if he can find a way that he doesn't get to marry her and he gets the gravy train, he's golden. He's like 32. And I hate to say this is going to sound terrible. And 32. He's got his whole life ahead of him still.
So
his whole life. Even if he spends 20 years with Jenny, he can get him a 20-something at 52, have a baby, and call it a day. Like, he ain't messing around.
So another question I have, I guess we can put it for the live chat, guys, and you too. Do you have a problem, or do you think Jenny and Sumit's age difference is a problem, and you agree with the parents, or do you think like the parents are being they're just delusional? It's not that serious.
It's not that serious. I think age is just about a number, but I don't think that's what it is for Sumit. I don't think that's what it is.
What do you guys think in the live chat?
So I don't think that's what it is from Sumit. I think that he's never wanted to marry her and he's never wanted to go against his parents. And it is definitely that for the parents, but that's it. Jaleesa, hey Jaleesa, Sumit and Michael are on the same life plan, except Michael actually got married because Michael's trying to come to America for real, for real. I don't think Sumit really cares to come to America.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Sumit really cares about coming to America. If he does, cool. If not, he's cool where he's at. I just think that, do I think that he's lied to her? And like, yes. Do I think that Jenny is wrong? Like, because she knows you've been playing in this man's mom's face for how long? And you think she's just going to say, oh my God, joke's on me. Come on over. Like, no. And I really wish Jenny would get that out of her head. Like, this woman is not going to accept you because even though you told your side story about how your daughter has married someone that you don't like, she doesn't give a damn about that. She's talking about right now. And like I've said before, different cultures, I'm telling you guys, you got to watch A Mama's Boy. It's so good, TLC. You have to understand that if your child, in certain cultures, certain stuff is just not flying. And as Americans, I really do want us to remember that we are not the only country out here. We're not the only nationality out here. There's different people. The American way is not always the best way. American way is not the only way. If you don't know, it's not. Like,
as a non-American, I'm going to go ahead and agree with that statement.
You know what I'm saying? Every country is different. Like, if I come over to your hometown land, if I come to your homeland, I'm pretty sure there's something that if I did there, Canadians would look at me like, what the hell what are you doing? Like, you know, that's not our culture. And when
hey, Crystal, just want to shout her out real quick. Hey, Crystal, thanks for being here. Go ahead and handle those babies. I do want to get to our first question, live chat. Will Jenny and Sumit stay together? Now, before we move on from this couple, what do you think their future holds, Sana?
She's going to be a forever girlfriend.
So you think they're going to stay together?
Yeah, forever girlfriend. She is not leaving that man. He'll leave her before she leave him.
Okay, fair. And he said that. He said, I'm not going to give up on you until you do. So I agree with that statement. But moving forward with 90 Day, do you think that the couple is going to move forward with 90 Day?
Girl, yeah, they want that check. They tried to get on Catfish. That didn't work. That's why TLC is the jackpot. Why stop now? Y'all are hot.
They're old school. We've seen at least 4 seasons of Jenny and Sumit, and nothing's happened. It's been the same issue. Now, do I think that we're going to see these two in the future? Yeah, because of the way they ended this season. So she got her little ring, promise of being together, and I think that moving forward, we're going to see that struggle of her trying to stay in India and it not being extended for her, and how they deal with a long distance relationship. So that's what I think. We will see more of Sumit and Jenny for sure in the future 90 Day. So yeah, were you satisfied with their storyline after watching them for 22 episodes?
Why you have to put 22 episodes in there?
Because of 22 episodes, nothing happened. She advanced. It's been 3 years, so now 3 years, and we are still in the same exact spot. No ring, no commitment, no job, no place to go now because you're stuck there, and you might have to come back in 3 weeks. So, that's 22 hours.
But I feel that when it comes to Jenny and Sumit, even though we didn't learn anything,
Jaleesa. I think they'll be together for a long time. I hope to never see them again.
Even though we didn't see them do anything too much, I will say the drama with them, whoever's the editor, the producers there, they really did their thing because they made it seem like it was going to be something different each and every time.
It was the same. It was the same. Let's move on to Brittany and Yazan because they are a hot topic right now. And hopefully you guys are following us all across our socials. I did post something that is creating a little bit of havoc on Instagram. So what were your thoughts on the Brittany Yazan storyline, Sana?
Woo! Okay. I feel like the whole time she probably felt like Brittany knew that in her mind, deep in the back, that she wasn't going to marry Yazan. I feel that she probably needed a little bit of more time to heal to me after your other divorce and things like that. I think she should have been more clear about that too. Because I mean, mentally too, I don't think she was ready to get into another. You just got done with your divorce, and then she jumped into another marriage. I don't think that was a fact that she didn't take into consideration as well too. I don't think she was ready for it. But Yazan was ready to lay it down. Who was ready to lay it all on the line?
So first I want to shout out Adam. I'm harassing Adam on his social media because I really do want him to come on the show. So let's hope that happens. But I thought that that was a huge sign that we saw Adam back, and that the only way that these two can, her words, quote, efficiently communicate and have a conversation is if they had this third-party translator. And, you know, for me, that's a red flag because it's not like you just met Yazan, and it's not like you've never been to Jordan. You've been to Jordan at least 3 times that we know of now, and yet you all can't still really communicate. So how is that ever going to be a successful relationship? So that was my first concern. The second concern was, I personally think that she was not ever going to marry him. She was never going to marry him. And she said something on her live. She went live today, guys, and talked a little bit about this. And she talked about love bombing and what that was. And I had never heard about it before. But she said it's a form of manipulation where someone is like just like love bombing you, and trying to manipulate you to do what they want. And she felt like she was not ready and she was not sure if this was the right relationship for her. But the thing is, she wasn't communicating those things to him. So instead of saying, hey, you know what? I don't know if this is the right relationship for me. I don't know if you like almost getting killed or disowned by your family is a leap that I want to take nor be responsible for. Instead, she just kept saying, we'll see. And instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm not sure about this. She's like, I'm going to go back to America because I feel more comfortable there. And then I'm going to apply for the K1 visa. So I feel like she was like stringing him along. If she knows deep down in her heart that she's never going to marry this dude, or she has doubts about that, use your words and say that, because you guys are both adults. That's how I personally feel. Don't say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to bring you to America, because now he's holding on to you even longer. And he thinks that that's going to be in a reality, and he's going to fight for that. And I just think that that's not okay. Let's go ahead and go into the live chat, some of the comments there, and then we can continue discussing. Tenny says, I rather know what ex-friend in that Instagram post, was she referring to Angela? They are no longer friends. Also, it said Yazan has a new fiance. So yeah, okay, I'll talk about a couple of those things. So first and foremost, I do think that she was talking about Angela. I know that she put in her one of her stories way back when that she asked a friend, she didn't name who, to kind of co-sign for her character, and the friend said, no, I'm not going to do that, but why don't you go ahead and post me and get me some clout. So I don't know if that was Angela or not, but I do think that she was referring to Angela in this latest post, because that's the only friend that we know of, and that would make sense for anyone trying to put 2 together. And then Yazan, he's the one in his own words said he has a girlfriend, and that's why he deleted his Facebook, Tenny, because his girlfriend doesn't like it. So yeah, we'll talk about that shortly. Jaleesa says she was never planning on marrying him, which is why she got so freaked out once she realized the stakes were so high. Exactly. With his family and his tribe threatening murder or excommunication. That's exactly it. I agree with you 100%. The Deavan story is a little bit different. We'll get to Deavan, Tenny when we get to her storyline. What did you want to add something before I went on, Sana?
No, I just feel like his son. He just loves him some Brittany. But it is sad. I'm just like, I don't bring up that visa process to that man. In my head the whole time watching, I'm like, don't bring that visa process up to that man if you're really not trying to marry him, like you said earlier, like, because then he's gonna really start researching America. Because he said he never thought about it. Like, that's not. And I think, and I also like that element that TLC showed, that he said that he didn't ever think of coming to America. Because I think a lot of times we think like, oh, just immigrants, if they give it an American, that's the only reason why they want to, is to come to America. But to see like that he really likes her and like America is not on his agenda was a little bit of refreshing to like hear him say too, because it's something that we don't always hear and it doesn't always seem genuine. But I feel like from him, he really never thought about the U.S. He just really cared for Brittany.
Yeah, and I think that was always the original point of The Other Way, was the American was supposed to move abroad. And I think that oftentimes, it's U.S. centered. So everyone thinks that the foreigner is doing it to come to America, when this show specifically is not about that. They had no grand plan of coming to America. They wanted to stay in their country, right? So I always think that part is interesting as well. I wanted to give you guys a fun fact. So where they were having that conversation where Brittany was saying that she felt more comfortable in America on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are called the lover stairs. And if you guys remember, if you looked at the railing behind them, there were locks there. They're the locks of love. So if you've ever been to Paris, when Paris had their bridge and their lock bridge, it's the similar idea, except it's a staircase. And I just thought that was really pretty and really sad at the same time, right? So here we have a couple breaking up, and they're breaking up on the lover stairs. It's really sad. So that was my fun fact, which brings me to my second question here. Did Brittany ultimately ghost Yazan? What do you guys think in the live chat? Let us know. I personally think that she did. I think that she didn't want to tell him in person that, hey, this is not going to work out. I don't have those feelings for you. I don't want to marry you. I think that she wanted it to die out on its own. And I think that her social media backs that theory up. And I think that it was just too much for her. I think that it, like she said in the show, that this was more than she signed up for. So overall thoughts, Sana, do you think we're going to see more Brittany and Yazan moving forward?
At first I did, because I thought, okay, maybe since, Yazan is like wanting to be with Brittany no matter what, they would do the K1 visa process and we would get them on another show of 90 Day. But then I'm like, I don't think so. I think they're like a one and done.
I believe Rodella said, I believe he loved her, but she didn't love him. Tenny says, by the way, Britt never told Yazan she was still married during the season, while she escaped that confrontation all that time. And that's true. And Riddell says, Tenny, you're right. The divorce never came up even with his parents. So he walks away not really knowing that she was still married and all of that, according to what we saw on TLC. Now, she says a whole different story, but for the storyline, you're absolutely right. We never actually heard that. So
that's
do
great.
I think, pardon?
Oh, I was just saying, like, that's just so wild to me.
Right, because that was a big part of their storyline, right? And why they couldn't get married.
What he thinks now. Like, does Yazan just think like, damn, you was married that whole time? Like if you find out somebody lied the whole time, you're like, dang, that's crazy. Or does he not care anymore? I don't know.
I think that it will be interesting for him to watch it back and see all the things that he didn't know. So my prediction of Brittany and Yazan, I think that we are not going to see them as a couple moving forward. However, because TLC and Sharp Entertainment have so many spin-offs, I will not be surprised if we see them on a different spin-off, whether that means Strikes Back or Pillow Talk or the new dating show that they have coming up. I won't be surprised if we see either or of them in a different capacity. Let's move on to the showstoppers. I'm going to go ahead and try to make my heart. I haven't worked on it.
We're going to the next.
Yeah. Kenny, Armando. Overall thoughts.
So cute. Little Hannah. That girl is a star. I just literally on my notepad, I was about to write Hannah featuring Kenny and Armando. The girl, literally, because she's a showstopper. She's the reason why 90 Day is popping.
Yeah. She's a star. She's a natural, and she's super sweet. So I'm going to do a real quick rundown and then get your thoughts. So we know that they got that email from Human Rights that said it's a go. Your case is solved. You can go on down to the registry and move forward in getting married. They've been on COVID, which I thought was interesting too. So now I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So COVID hit all across the board. Obviously, we're in a pandemic. They touched on it a little bit, but they didn't go into real detail in any of the couple stories, which I thought was interesting since they were still in the midst of filming. But they did mention that they were on lockdown. And as soon as they found out that they got the go-ahead, they went and talked to Hannah, and she stole the whole hour. She was so happy for them. She's like, we're going to be a family forever, and Kenny will be my real dad. And that whole Dos Papas was just really, really beautiful. So then they get this picnic, champagne on the beach, the blanket, the whole 9 yards, the wine and dine, even the horseback ride into the sunset, and go. What were your thoughts?
I was glad they were able to get the paperwork. The whole time I was like, somebody at the office probably was holding out on them to make it seem like, oh my God, this is going to be so freaking sad. But they knew deep down inside they wanted to approve them. I was just so happy that they were finally able to get what they really wanted. You know, Kenny was happy. I think Kenny needs to learn some dang on Spanish. Since, you know.
So when you say that was my question. So, okay. So he surprised Armando with this, beautiful picnic. He got the horses. If he doesn't speak a lick of Spanish, how did he arrange this with no help? I know he didn't have Hannah on the phone saying, hey, hook it up, get me a horseback, or like, how did he arrange it? I'm super, super confused by that, and I wanted to bring it up.
Producer.
So then he didn't really arrange it. Don't try to trick me. Don't try to trick me and say this was a super, super surprise, but you don't speak Spanish and you don't know the area, so how did you get around that? Fascinating, but it was super romantic. It was super beautiful, and I'm so happy that they got their happily ever after. And I think that out of all of the couples, these two were just unproblematic, and they're definitely going to have a spinoff. Now, do I think they're going to have a spinoff like they were going to do a wedding special for Nicole? No, but I do think we're going to see them on Happily Ever After, and we're going to see their wedding moving forward on Happily Ever After. What do you think?
I could see that totally. Because, and then to be honest, after the wedding, what kind of drama would they really have?
I feel like there's a lot of drama. There's the language barrier drama. There's getting a job drama. There's a new family drama. There's, getting Hannah in school and what that looks like. there's a lot. There's work drama, like what's Armando gonna do since he used to have that thing for animals, like rescue or whatever. So there's a lot. I want to go to the live chat a little bit. Radella says, I'm so happy for them. Lydia said it was romantic and that she loves Armando's growth and acceptance of his true self. Yes, the part where he was comfortable at the beach and able to like hug and kiss, all of that stuff. I thought that was beautiful as well. Jaleesa says, they don't have a lot of drama, but I'd still love to see them on Happily Ever After or What Now or something. Hey, Belly. Belly says, they are so cute. Maybe if enough people spoke English. Yeah, maybe he just Google translated it. I don't know. So we'll see, but we'll definitely.
He used Jihoon's remote.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe not maybe. We're definitely going to see Kenny, Armando, and Hannah in the future on a spinoff. That is my take on them for sure. Maybe Adam speaks Spanish too. I asked Adam. He does not speak Spanish, but he should go ahead and learn it because we're going to need him. Ari and Binyam.
Girl.
What were your thoughts on that? Just overall thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Same, girl, same.
Too much.
So they're at Timcat. It's this Ethiopian celebration of the baptism of Jesus Christ. And so it's singing, it's dancing, it's celebrating. They have a tradition where the men and women, if they like each other, they throw lemons at each other. And Ari lets us, audience, know that he plans to propose to... Benny lets us know that he plans to propose to Ari there. And but they're in the car and she's already on it. She's like, am I dressed properly? Is everyone else gonna be dressed up? Okay, well, I'm tired, and there's a lot of people here, and the sun is too sunny, and the speakers are too loud, and there's too many people here. And it just went on and on and on. Don't let him get too wet. I'm getting so upset. And when Benny said maybe Ari's afraid of getting wet, I think her evil spirit is afraid of being cast out. So now I fell out.
It's just, oh my God. It's like everything, like the smallest thing. It's like, oh my God, it's my baby. Like she's always gonna say that every single thing. Yeah, every single thing, and that's why he was just like, you know what? Maybe it's something else that I don't know about. Maybe it's something in you, girl.
Tenny says she was stressing me out. I was like, I understand, but girl, calm down already.
Girl.
And Amanda said, I fainted. Yeah, I fell out when Benny called her out because Benny, you're doing the most when the most quiet, calm, like patient dude calls you out. For real. Lydia says she was on 10. And Medella says, Ari has no coping skills. You know what? I think you're right. At first, I thought, Sanaa, that it was that she had postpartum depression. And like as a first-time mom, she didn't know how to deal with stuff. But then I know I told you off camera that this girl's been married before for like 10 years. She should know better, do better. Yes, she's a first-time mom, but she's not a first time in a relationship. So has she always been this way? Is she always like extra, read all about it? I don't know. Like it's a lot. And it's always negative. It's always like, my baby's this, and don't you do this, and you did bad, and you should this, and you but the girl, shut up. Just stop already. Like take a deep breath. You know what I mean?
But yeah, because at the end of the day, She knows. I wish she would, like I told you off camera, I wish she would stop acting brand new. Like, this is their culture. This is what they do. And the one thing I wrote down this, and I didn't like when she said this, when she said they have a lot of cool and quirky traditions. I didn't like the word quirky. I was cool. Cool, I'm okay with. But quirky is like weird. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I didn't like that at all. It seemed like a downplay on the culture. Whether she meant it or not, that's how it definitely came off.
Amanda wants to know, Sanaa, was that you who said she just needs to smoke a tiny bit of weed and then she'll feel better?
Literally. My God. She just needs to take an edible. She needs to take, it could be in a gummy, it could be in a roll-on, it could be in droplets, anything. She just needs some type of CBD, and just throw that THC in there too.
But my baby, give me my baby. It's my baby.
She just needs to put some, matter of fact, she can get the sleepy weed, whatever that one is that she's going to knock you out, because I feel like she's going to be paranoid on anything else. So just give her that and let her go to sleep, because it's too much.
Yeah, she was doing a lot. She was really, really doing a lot. And then when she went and scolded Binyam, I was like, how old are you? You did wrong today, she said. The environment was too big for the baby. It was overstimulating for her or for him and for me. And then she's like, I'm not comfortable and I want to go home. I was like, so is this about the baby for real, or is this about you? Because it's sounding like it's about you. Now, I want to know, because I'm not a mom yet. So anyone in the live chat, because I also have been told the other side. And Sanaa and I are not moms yet, so we might be, going at her hard. But there is the mindset that when you first have a baby, you keep the baby at home for like the first 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. And like, you don't have the baby out. It's very, very old school traditional, right? You don't have the baby out around people until later on. Do you think that there was a part where, like, there's a part where she was right, Sanaa, where there were too many people and it was crowded and she's trying to protect the baby. Like she said, it only takes one hit in the head and the baby is ruined forever. Do you see that side as well?
Yes. I totally see it. I totally do. But it's her delivery on everything that just messes it all up. That's the problem. Screaming at him. He just wants the baby to have a little holy water. I think if she would have said, okay, let's, just a little bit of holy water. And I didn't like going back to this point when they're entering the crowd or whatever. And she's like, okay, he's throwing this water from this hose. I don't even know where the hose is coming from. What?
Belly says, almost everyone on Pillow Talk was on her side. I thought it must be a parenting thing. I can't relate. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. First timer and a new mom. Congratulations. She says, I'm a recent mom and I would not be comfortable in that environment with a newborn either. Right. But she also says, but yes, the delivery was a problem.
It was a huge problem. But I think, she was, because I wouldn't want my baby in that environment. But see, at the end of the day, here's the lesson, Linda. Here's the lesson, right? You wouldn't have had to bring baby Avi if you would have let his aunties and his family babysit him. That way you and your man could have went together and you guys wouldn't have this problem or this issue.
You're absolutely right. But since it's her baby, she ain't let no one do anything with that baby. She barely got engaged because she wasn't going to let someone have that baby. So Raydella says new moms don't do that anymore. Good to know. And so Benny is not really happy. He's like, she's been nagging me this whole time. I'm just going to go and enjoy Tim Cup myself because I can't. I'm just going to give us space. She's going to sit there and be miserable. And then I don't know, it was like she had a moment, like an aha moment. I don't know. Something happened with her, and she decided that she was gonna not only let Mimi hold the baby with no carrier. Did you see that, Sama? No carrier. She just handed her baby off. I was like, did she smoke a little of that ooey?
Not that way.
Right. Did she take Sama's advice? Because who is this chick? I was shook. I was like, you let your baby out with no carrier, no nothing, and you just went to look for your man? Okay. You might have a little something in the back of your mind, like, you know what? I rode this dude too hard today, and he's done with me. So she's trying to reel it back in.
It was too much. It was just doing too much. And she always hurts this man's feelings. All he wants to do is to be in his child's life. That's all he wants to do. And to make it work because of, what happened with his ex. And every time
his faith. And his faith.
And his faith. And, you keep on shitting on his culture. But this is what I say every single time. How you want to shit on his culture each and every time? He tries to show you something and like he tries to show you his culture and show you his world, and then you always have something offensive to say each and every time. But you get braids and you want to chill and stuff in Ethiopia before you had this baby. That's what I'm saying. Stop acting brand new, girl. Stop
it. She was an Ethiopian video vixen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let it go, girl. We've got proof. The proof is in the pudding. We've got
it. Lydia says she was afraid he was gonna throw them lemons on some chicks. Facts. That is facts right there. And Rodella says, I was surprised when she passed the baby off to his sister. Aww. Amanda said, everyone in the group chat, consider yourself lemoned. I love you all.
Oh, I'm glad to be lemoned by you.
Love that. So she goes to find him, and the first thing that she says is, I love you. And it snaps him out of his anger, and he decides that he is going to still propose to her. So he does this elaborate proposal at Timcat. He has the ring in the lemon, which I thought was super, super cute. They threw the lemons at each other. Will you marry me? Yes, I will. Hug, hug. But the hug was even weird now because he did when you hug someone you don't really know and then you tap them on the back? He did that. He did that tap. And then they had a little smooch, and now they're engaged. What were your thoughts?
He should have kept his ring, because this whole time, all he's going to go through is her doing the same shit, complaining all the time. And this is just going to delay it for 2-3 business days. But baby, she's back on it. Yeah, she's going to be back up on her bullshit. Okay. Next, just give her 2-3 business days and it's going to be the same thing. I don't even get why you want to do that. Unless here's my thing. They get married, and that way she can't be straddling that baby with him, going back and forth like that. You can't do that when you're married, so maybe that's his way of saying checkmate. He's like, girl, I don't give a damn what you talking about. Because I know you crazy, so let me just get married to you so that I don't even have to deal with this, because I already know you're going to go back and forth too much. I don't even care no more, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to beat on my ex's booty cheeks at my dance recital, so it don't even matter.
So do you think, and live chat, you can chime in as well, do you think that we're going to see more of this couple?
Oh my God. What a loaded question, like a loaded potato. I'm gonna say, maybe. I could see, maybe Binyam coming to the United States. I know that's a stretch because I don't think it's gonna be on Ari. But I think maybe one storyline they might go with is just he comes to the U.S. because he wants to be in his baby's life. She wants him to have a father in his life, and boom.
We're definitely going to see more of them. We're going to see them on Happily Ever After. And I'm going to go ahead and put a teaser out for our Wednesday news and gossip show. Yeah, Lita, he is here in America. Binyam is already here in America. They are together. And I will tell you more on Wednesday, y'all who are subscribed to our Patreon. We'll talk about all the tea that we have on these two, Ari and Binyam. But he is in America. They are together, and I will leave it at that. We will definitely see more of them moving forward. In Happily Ever After, we will see them for sure. Last and definitely not least, Amanda's like, what? What? Everyone's like, what? Oh my God, I'm screaming at my husband. Who's in the shower? Yeah, guys, we dish all the tea here. All the tea, all the time. And I'll get into it with you all on Wednesday. Deavan and Jihoon, I'll start. So this was so sad to me. It was sad because it was a beautiful wedding. I loved the fact that all the families were actually finally like united. I loved the traditions that we saw in the beautiful gowns. But what was interesting, and I thought it was interesting to see people's responses on social media about some of the pictures they're seeing of Deavan, but it almost felt like they didn't see the episode. So in the episode, we see that Deavan is nervous because they only have 45 minutes in the venue. And so she feels rushed. And she even says to camera, you know, she dreamt about her wedding her whole life. And this is nothing like she imagined it for her wedding day. So she's disappointed. So you put all that with the stress of getting married, a 45-minute time limit, and having 2 kids and making sure they're good and your parents are good and your sister is good and your husband is ready. That will be stressful for anyone. And especially if you're disappointed already and rushed, then you're probably not going to be smiling that big in some of those photos. So that's the first fact. The second thing was there was another bride right behind her that needed the room, and she was still getting, you know, put together, and yet she's getting rushed out of there. So even her mom, who knows her well, says, you know, Deavan's getting frustrated and angry because she's feeling rushed. Fast forward, they have the wedding and it's beautiful, and you could tell that she is relaxed. The parents are relaxed. I love the moment between Jung and Alicia walking down. It was like the moms kind of presenting their children. I thought that was beautiful. And then you fast forward, it's March 2020. So TLC says it's March 2020. And, you know, March, we have COVID that hit. It's a global pandemic. And what was crazy to me, Sanaa, was at that time, that was the time when Korea was being hit hard as well. And they were, like she said, it was the second country with the most infected. And so she was worried about what was going on. No one could go outside. They're stuck for 4 months inside a small apartment. And, you know, things got heated. And 4 months later, July, TLC says, things are a bit better, but quarantine took a toll on their relationship. And she decided that she needed a break. So by July, she was out of there. She was taking the kids. She's going to take some time and come back to America and reevaluate. What were your thoughts on all of that?
A lot. I will say the wedding was so cute. I liked it. It was it was cute. And just seeing the wedding ceremony. But when it came down to the relationship and boiling down, I think like Tenny Selwong said that we would see, like Deavan had said, that we'll see what actually happens at the end of the season. And we did. Like I said, I didn't think they were going to make it towards like the way she was talking about it. I guess we got a little like, you know, a little hint towards they weren't going to work out, but they're already, I don't blame her. They started off rocky in the beginning with their relationship, and I just feel like they didn't fully resolve everything they needed to. And I think it just kept building up and building up and building up and building up, you know, kept putting Band-Aids on certain things. And I think quarantine man, when you're in a small space with someone and you have a lot of issues that you haven't really worked through, things can get heated and can go totally left.
Someone says, I still believe she was talking to Topher while still married to Jihoon, and we didn't see any abuse. Okay. Belly says, the show made it seem that she left Korea around July. Now I'm confused, but okay. And Tenny says, I feel TLC low-key was trying to expose her. They showed a lot of Drusilla and Jihoon togetherness. Hello, allegations. Jaleesa said, I think she said that she'd been in lockdown for 4 months right before she was leaving. I want you guys, especially our day oneers, to remember the interview we did with her and Chris, who is Topher, and some of the things that she said. What I will do is post it to our YouTube page now that the season's over, and you guys can kind of see for yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that the timing is a little different. So whatever we're being told, always remember that they film way in advance. They film way, way in advance. So it's now November, right? It's not even December yet. And so that was supposed to have been of March of this year and July of this year.
It's too many time receipts.
With the timeline that we got with the show today, right? That was March of earlier this year. Then it was July of this year. So I'll post it. I will remember to post it. It will be up by the end of the week. And then you guys watch the interview. And our day oneers, if you guys remember the interview, I think that there was a lot of tea given. And we'll discuss it on our news and gossip show that I'm going to plug again, Wednesday, 8 p.m. for our Patreon subscribers. I have some news about Chris and Deavan as well. And I'm going to leave it at that. Girl.
Wait. Are we going to talk a little bit more about Jihoon and Deavan?
Of course we are.
Okay.
Of course we are. So she's getting ready to leave, and his worry is that she's running away and that he's not ever going to see her again. So he says, promise me that you'll come back. And she's like, yeah, I'll come back, but no more fighting. And he's like, well, no more Miss Grumpy. And he tells her to be safe in America. But what was crazy is that when he was leaving, it was almost like he was foreshadowing what we know has happened.
Yeah.
So he said, I feel empty and sad, and I feel like Deavan won't return. But that's the worst case scenario, he said, but we'll see what happens. And lo and behold, that was the last time that they saw each other.
Crazy. Freaking nuts. But I will say that when hearing that, I was literally getting a little bit of chills because I'm like, wait a minute. Does he know something that we don't? Because it literally, like you said, it foreshadowed everything. It reminded me of the movies that tell what happens, in the future now, when you look at it and you're like, too freaky. But I do think, I don't think they would have lasted in Korea. Now, I am intrigued. Now, a lot of times I go back and forth, and I wonder, would they have been together still if maybe Jihoon was in America? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I go back and forth because sometimes I'm like, well, maybe if they were in America, they would have their place, or he could have moved in with Deavan. Like, certain things probably would have been more stable. But then I go back and forth on it because I'm like, maybe their relationship wouldn't have lasted if he was in America. What do you think?
I don't think being in America would have changed anything. I think that relationship was going to be over. I think that I'm going to leave the rest. I'm going to leave the rest of news and gossip because I can't say what I want to say without revealing what I'm going to say, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
So it was sad. The live chat, some people feel like it was scripted, but the emotions were real. Lucy says it makes me sad because there are children involved. His son can't have a relationship with his dad. I think that, I will say this. I think that they are not the only couple that has separated that have children and that their parents don't live in the same country. I think that there will be a way, whether it's, holidays or summer vacations or whatever the case may be, where he will be able to spend some time with his son. I think that we're only seeing a snippet of a show and we're hyping it up because it's a snippet of a show, but it also, guys, these are real people with real children. They will make it work. And I know that there are all these allegations out there and they're going to have to work through that. But at the end of the day, he's still the dad and he has a right to see his son. And I think that they'll make it happen. So Lucy says, spill the tea. Lucy, we spill the tea in our news and gossip on Wednesdays. That's where we spill all the tea. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to all the new people like Tenny and Lucy. Selwonk even made an appearance. Walter, thank you for being in the live chat. And all the people watching via Facebook or YouTube, we love you guys. Make sure that you are liking, and subscribing. We do shows Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays exclusively news and gossip. So now where can they find you online?
Yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at @I am_Sana. That's SANA_. Make sure to click that link in my bio so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 250. So help me make that goal. I really do appreciate and love you guys. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @I am_Sana. What about you, Garrett?
Guys, first and foremost, 90-day The Melanated Way all across social media. Make sure that you are following us there because we are spilling tea left, right, and center on our social medias. And if you guys are into like celebrity interviews and all of that, then it's Linda is So Girly on Instagram. I drop interviews there all the time. Make sure to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I know I talked about this last time. Lydia, shout you out because she went ahead and did that and shouted 90-day The Melanated Way on her social medias. Guys, if you could do the same, we're trying to spread the word. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Till tomorrow when we talk one of our favorite shows. I'm so excited.
Your family Chantel. Y'all, make sure you tune in. This is about to go down.
Oh my God, I didn't even recognize. You know what, Amanda? That is how boring they are. Amanda said, how happy is everyone we didn't get one last Tim and Melissa scene? I didn't even think of them. Did you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't even think of them because last he was coming back to they wrapped their story last week for me.
You said they were on episode 2.
Yeah, that too. We already knew. He ain't trying to sell his home. He ain't trying to say bye to his job. He's like, let me just go ahead and take a quick leave of absence. I'm going to run down real quick to Colombia, let this girl know that I still love her. I'm going to do that apology tour that she wants me to do and tell the whole world that I cheated, but I'll be right back. That's it. That's all it was. Belly wants to know what's up with the tell-all. Okay, there will be a tell-all, y'all. There will be a tell-all. Selwonk, there will be a tell-all. It's going to be a little bit different than what we are used to. TLC is being mum with it. They're not announcing a date, but they're saying stay tuned. And reason being, there has been too many leaks. There's been a lot of change. Been some people that are no longer with the show. So they're keeping it under wraps. But I will say this, that we will see something in the next few weeks. So there will be something. They can't not do a tell-all, Crystal says.
They just can't. They just can't do that.
Yeah, there is, like Tenny said, like I just said, there is. It's just going to be a little different than what we're used to. And they're not announcing it because they're staying really tight-lipped with all the leaks that are happening and disgruntled cast members. And on that note, it's been lovely, y'all. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Right back here, 8 p.m. Bye for now.
Bye.